meet you.
Okay, namesake. Okay, so let's hear from you, Mr. Carl. Tell us first about the historical aspect of this whole International Men's Day celebration we're talking about. How did it all start and which year and all of that?
Thank you, sir. The International Men's Day is something new to this country, but we can record that it's around 30 years now. In 1992, we read that Thomas Oster in Malta was able to start this whole movement. But before then, the movement started in the 60s and dragged on until by 1992 or February 7th, 1992, the men in Malta they were able to celebrate the first International Men's Day. And then later on, by February 7, 1994, it really took the stage, and the men in Malta and other countries joined Malta, and they were able to celebrate this Men's Day. Other countries in the world today, they are celebrating the Men's Day, like the UK, like Canada, and Croatia, and Australia, and other countries are enjoying. And what actually is the International Men's Day? The Men's Day is a global holiday celebrated annually in November to recognize and celebrate the cultural, political, and social economic achievement of men. And you know, when you talk about men, boys are also in that group. And so this is the brief history. But actually, when in 1999, there's another man by the name of Jerome Tokasin from Trinidad and Tobago was able to improve on what Ulster started in Malta in 1992. And that by 1999, this man, they went wide. And a lot of countries, even we, Ghana, Nigeria, and other people, they have been celebrating this day. And why we should celebrate men? Because men are very cardinal. This year here, the LBS men, we are.
No, I will come to that. You've just given us the historical aspect of that. I will come to what's happening at LBS. Please don't rush it. Mr. Carr, you are doing an interview. It should be interactive.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Because I know you thought that you were on the pulpit now, right?
I know.
You're on the pulpit.
I know.
Okay, so let's hear from you, Mr. Kesley. Why the LBS men decided to celebrate this day?
Obviously, we should be able to join other men, especially when this important issue of celebrating men, especially in the public and private areas. We know that throughout the years, men work, and they will not have time to rest or to even merry-make. It's important that a day be set aside to appreciate the work of men and to also give men the time to interact with their fellow men so that the stress that men go through doing, on a job, they will be able to be distressed, and they can also be able to get more connected. They can get more connected, they can get more united, and they can understand some of the values, even family values could be discussed. For instance, this day, there are going to be a lot of activities.
We'll talk about those activities.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's hear from you, George. The celebration, I'm sure, or the activities marking the celebration start today, right?
Yeah, sure.
Now, just go through and tell us about the preparation leading to the start of the celebration today. What are some of the things that you people have been doing as men of the Labrador Broadcasting System in preparation to the start today?
First of all, we men here at LBS, we started this whole planning by first having series of meetings before reaching out to management. And we planned this program as a week-long program. That is the first day, which is today, November 14th. The committee members will come and discuss the issue concerning the International Men's Day, and then on Tuesday, we'll also have people coming in from the gender ministry, and we'll also have people coming from the Christian and Muslim background also to tell us the role of men. And then on Wednesday also, we will have people coming from the health sector. That is Dr. Brown. He will be here to tell us more about what men go through as it relates to health. And then we'll also have men from the security sector to also come and talk to us, because as men, we know we go through a lot every day. So we have prepared this as a week-long program so that we men can come together and celebrate.
Okay, let's hear from the chair. Mr. Chair, how can you add up to what he has said regarding how the men of LBS will be celebrating the International Men's Day?
Yeah, this is something strange to the people in this country celebrating Men's Day. But we are fortunate at LBS, and it is first of a kind here that we are celebrating this day under the theme Better Relationship Between Men and Women in the Workplace.
Oh, you celebrating under the theme what?
Yeah, fostering better relationship between men and women in the workplace.
Okay, that's the theme on which you be celebrating.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so it means that this celebration locally at our entity here is holistic and taking the women as a part and parcel of our celebration because they are our counterpart. And since they are our counterpart and we are celebrating, they give birth to us, and by giving birth to us, thereby made us to be boys, men, and thereby we can contribute to the society as a whole.
Okay. Okay, so today is you are on the radio telling the public about what you'll be doing. Now, on Tuesday tomorrow, what happens?
The general ministry will be here and they will be talking. The
Gender ministry?
Yeah.
Well, you bringing women business?
No, gender is not woman.
Okay.
The people just have the misunderstanding that when you talk about gender, you only talk about women and children. But
So what will be doing? What will be happening on Tuesday?
Tuesday we will talk about the importance or the essence of the International Men's Day, and they will send someone to speak to us or to speak to the public concerning why we should celebrate.
On which show you have that?
Yeah, we have it on the Super Money Show.
Okay.
So there's Sorbor George man that they've been talking about. He will face those people because myself just seeing him today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a representative from the gender ministry?
Yes.
And so what will you be coming to talk about?
Yeah, he will talk about the importance of celebrating the International Men's Day, which is the IMD.
Okay, so has that person been contacted already?
Yes.
So they are aware that this will be appearing on the radio?
Just they are aware and they know clearly that they will be here tomorrow by the help of God.
But you didn't give them time.
No, we gave them time.
Which time they'll be appearing on the radio?
They will be appearing in the morning hours.
Which morning hours? What time?
At 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, the guest, the host is okay. At 8 o'clock, no problem. They'll be coming in. Okay, then on Wednesday, what happens?
Wednesday morning, we will be hosting other guests, and those guests they will be talking about our health issue. Yeah, our health issue. Dr. Brown from the JFK. And the chief executive officer.
Which health issue?
Men's health issue.
Okay.
And when we are not healthy, we will not contribute to the workforce and economy will be stagnant.
So Dr. Brown is coming on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Which show is coming?
Yeah, the Super Money Show, the first you, sir. And but he will talk about men's drug addiction and men's health problem. You're gonna question on those thing.
Okay. And then on Thursday, what happens?
Yeah, Thursday we will have the bishop from the Pentecostal church, Dr. Leo Sampson. And you have been contacted. He will talk about men's contribution to education in Liberia.
Okay.
And as you know, he graduated from that school and he taught in Haywood and later on went to the States and he came.
Okay. Then on Friday, what happens?
Our day will end on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, but the real celebration, the Men's Day, will be on the 19th of November.
19th of November?
The 19th.
What will we be doing on the 19th?
The 19th because of the press union election in Banga, we will not be able to be in line with the International Day. But men at LBS will do our celebration on Thursday. And I mean, we celebrate the day before the International Day set, which is the 19th of November.
But I also heard that you were, doing some outreach program as well. Do you care to tell us about that, Victor?
Oh, yes, we decided to reach out to some of the vulnerables in society, especially in the disabled community.
Okay.
These to be able to identify with them, because in times like this, it's just important as part of our own social corporate responsibility. We reach out there to be able to identify with them.
Identify? What do you mean?
Yes, to give them some items.
Food items?
For food items and other assorted items.
What are those items? You bought them already?
Such as rice. I mean, the allotment is made, such as rice and vegetable oil and so forth. At least to make them.
How many orphanages are you going to visit?
We, because of the situation, we might only be able to visit one orphanage, yes, to be able to identify.
And what's the quantity of food you're going to take there?
Well, it's close to at least 5 to 10 of the 25
bags of rice.
Bags of rice, with some gallons
of oil,
vegetable oil, yes.
Salt as well, pepper as well. Okay, I see the chairman. The chairman is laughing.
Yeah, I'm laughing because men, when we are in a house, there is always happiness.
Okay.
And God made us special. That you can take from men. So, we are going to take little to that orphanage. But that little is much when God is in it. And,
okay.
I don't want to preach, but we're going to give between 6 to 10 kg bag. That means 25 kg. And we're going to take vegetable oil. We're going to take soap. We're going to take chloride. And so...
You're going to give them some food for food kind. You're going to give them some I call it some money, some cash. You're going to leave with them as well.
No, we don't have cash. Men always support their families, and so we give support, food kind and other things.
Okay,
so,
let me ask George. George, a lot you intend to do, trying to reach out to people, the orphanages, giving them food and all of that. Where did the committee, gather the resources from?
The committee gathered the resources from all those people who help, and first in the management decided because
the management of LBS.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. A lot of some money for you.
Yes.
How much is that, Mr. Chair? You care to comment?
Yeah, the little allotment that we got from.
Why are you dragging on your own budget? You don't know your own budget, sir?
Sorbor George say, I don't know my own budget. I can be an accountant and say, I don't know my own budget.
But you're dragging. I ask her, how much did you receive from the management? And you're dragging. It's taking you long to say.
We received little that we will use for its intended purpose. Over 2,000 US dollar.
For its intended purpose?
Yeah, for its intended purpose.
So do you have any mechanism for accountability of that resources?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. You can take that from me as I on the mark. Because...
as you on the mark?
Yeah. This on your mark. Because one of the things for which we are celebrating the day, for which I took the leadership here, is that integrity is slowly moving at an excelling rate into our society. People have no good mind concerning integrity. When they give them something, how they use it, they don't want to know. And we are standing at the corner of this man's leadership to account for every dollar and cent given to us, so as to report to top level management that indeed we celebrated the day. And
so in totality, what was your budget?
The budget was over $4,494.
Okay.
And then it was harmonized. That means we tried to cross-check some things, and we came to $2,672.
Okay.
Because you were saying I was checking, but now I'm going to call number to you and tell you so that $2,672 is.
Was it a drastic cut or what?
No, it was not a drastic cut, but resources are scarce, and based upon the scarcity of resources, you use resources wisely to enhance human life. And so we here at LBS, and not that we have all the money, but what we have, we got to use it for its intended purpose so as to make things so happen.
Okay, so Victor, let me ask all of you guys because I'll be opening the lines. What's the level of the involvement by the woman, especially when you have a woman serving as a director general of the institution? What's the involvement of the women?
So I must admit, they are moved.
Okay.
Women are sort of jealous people. In fact, I must make one mention of Musu Salih, who has been almost like spying on us. She says she's going to call on his radio to ask some questions. She's very much, she's moved by this because whatever men are, interaction and all of this brainstorming, it makes it unique because when they are just by themselves, there's a manners. So management has actually, given the support, especially this management being headed by a female, Mrs. Estelle Liberty Kemo. We must appreciate her along with her team, even Madam Titi Jibro. They embrace the idea. The only thing, we want to defend the budget, as you were saying here. And some of the things were called up because we had to convince them as to why the budget line, why we had to include some of those items that we included there. Previously we wanted to print T-shirts, and T-shirts couldn't be printed because we look at it, we say, okay, since we have the radio, we got the television.
Okay.
I mean, because of budget shortfall, some scarcity problem.
You think, gentlemen, had it been a man serving in that position as a director general, you think your budget or your money you put forward would have passed?
For me, let me tell you, around the world, when you make a budget is how you want to spend or whatsoever that will be given to you. And actually, she has been good because it is not because you budgeted X so they will give you the same X.
Okay.
Because there should be available of that particular resources.
Okay.
And based upon alternative means, they will give you what they have. And we are actually appreciated because this time, looking at our economy to get that money to be able to go into buy some things, carry the orphanage and take care of ourselves, buy the sovereign and be able to drink and cook little rest to eat as men. To remember, as a man, we need to work with the women.
Okay.
And she's a good lady.
Okay. So let's talk about the other events that will be taking place. I understand that there'll be beach events and you'll be going on the beach, you and your people. And I understand also there'll be this joint lunch that'll be held. Men will be eating together and knocking the spoons and all of that together. Mr. Chair, do you care to comment?
Yeah, in our program we plan that from this 14 to the 17th, which will be Thursday, during our lunch time between 12 and 2, all the men will gather, depending which time you take your lunch, that we share bread together. And because when we eat together and share bread together, we feel that bond, we feel that strong relationship that we are one. And men, our goal is to work with the women so that we can make the world safe. So
we'll be providing the lunch for the men then?
Yeah, we have our own money. We are professional people who work here and they are not paying us rack salary and they are paying us money. So we got to use the money to help ourselves and enjoy life.
So each man will pay for his own lunch?
Right. Like
it's not from the money that you make for budget?
No.
As budget?
We have our own money.
Okay.
And then Victor and George, myself, we could put our money together. You know how much we spend. I don't want to tell you put on the air because we spend good money here.
Let me just interject.
Okay.
I think the issue of communion eating is very much important. I remember during those days when we used to be up interior in the villages, there was a system there where every kitchen, they would cook, every dish you cook, they would bring it in the center square and those would be dumped in a big, top, and all of us, we just put our hands there and eat. And like that, people appreciated one another. So that type of eating together, lasts, until lasts.
Okay, so you tell us about the beach event now, so I can open the lines quickly. What will be happening on the beach?
Yes, on Thursday, we will be climaxing everything because, after hard days of work, with the men, we have decided that we should go out there to go and enjoy ourselves. So on Thursday, When you come, the only day we just bring your swimming clothes. When you come in, make sure that
Well, what time of the day?
By 10:30 latest in the
10:30
morning.
in the morning?
Yeah.
So then what happens to the men who's supposed to be reading the news and all of that, or being on radio? Are you going to exclude them?
No.
But how do they form part of that when you're planning for 10:30?
No, let me come in. I think here that's why we have a brand. We have the males and females, the talented people. We have some strong females here who also can do the news, like the likes of Zokwe, Beslo Kwanen,
So you
Fabien
leave them on
Puya.
base and they all
Yes, they are going to be here. They will substitute. You remember when the International Women's Day was being held? We were here. We were in the gap. We were filling in the gap for them because we have to coexist and we are part and parcel. We work here. Of course, we are there to complement one another.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, all of the men will not go. Actually, like for example, the technician, we have some
Why
technician.
you be excluding them?
Yeah, because their work so skillful and strategic, so they will be served right here, and like the security, some of the security will not go. So for that, we have already discussed with them.
They got some women you could post to the door there. They could be there and
No, security. Security is very cardinal, and and the kind of business we in, the men understood the whole thing that they will be served.
Okay, before I open the lines, gentlemen, we saw how the International Women's Day was, celebrated. You could see the few department, the pageant trade, people with well dressed in their colorful attire and all of that. Mr. Chair, what do we expect on from the men on observing International Men's Day?
Yeah, I think those of you who look at the social media, you see the way I dress today.
Yeah, we well suited.
That's not common here when I come here to.
Yeah, you had a well coat, man.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what your coat today.
Yeah, so today we are in court and then we are in French suit.
Okay.
For Monday, and then
So am I dressed like the men too?
yes, because
Okay.
you are in French suit.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
but you are sober. And so,
And let me add, on Tuesday, that's tomorrow, all men going to be dressed or attired in blue jeans, trousers, red t-shirt, and sneakers.
Blue
So,
jeans.
yeah, so that is just national color: blue jeans, trousers, red t-shirt, and sneakers. On tomorrow, which should be Tuesday, and Wednesday is going to be different stuff. It's not going to be blue; it's going to be black jeans, trousers. Of course, we'll have white this time around with sneakers. So that makes it, colorful.
I hope you all have to, exempt some of us and using that dress code or wearing that dress code. How you exempt us? Okay, let's try to open the lines quickly. 0776540987 or better still 0880514096. That's the numbers to call, and you are live on the SMS this morning. We have as guest representatives of LBS Men who will be celebrating International Men's Day. They started today appearing on the radio talking about the celebration, the activities marking the celebration. They'll be reaching out to orphanage and trying to feed them. Let's take this caller quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, Sorbor George, and good morning to our team in studio.
Okay.
My name is David Galago, and I'm phoning this morning from the compound of the Liberian Broadcasting System. Let me say kudos to the entire team in studio, most especially the chairperson of the committee, who has been very instrumental and very workaholic, since this process was brought forth. And I also want to acknowledge the effort and support of management headed by Madam Esther Liberty Kemon. It is because of their support and contribution towards this process that this process is actually coming to fruition and that this process is being actualized. So I just want to say thank you to all of them and thank you to all of you who have been supporting this process. Thank you.
Many thanks. 0776-540-987. At 10:30, we'll bring this to a close. 0776-540-987, or better still, 0880-514-096. LBS Men will be celebrating International Men's Day. They started that today, appearing on the air, trying to talk about the activities coming up. 0776-540-987, or better still 0880-514-096. That's the number to call, and you are live. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Yes, go right ahead.
Yeah. Hello.
You not ready, yo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, this is Musa Salif.
Moses, if you are a female, you are a woman, what do you have? What kind of fish you got to fry this one?
Well, Mr. George, I have this question for guest in studio.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know if they have plans to teach boys about morals and values as they commemorate International Men's Day.
Okay. Okay, that's the question. 0776-540-987. You can answer that question.
Yeah, the whole thing about this International Men's Day is about bringing out the new breed of men. And so we have about 6 pillars. And if time can middle, you see that the first pillar is all about to promote positive male models, not just movie stars and footballs or sportmen, but every working class man who are living decent and honest lives. And that's one of the points. So we as men that are LBS, we are making impact on other people. And we don't have to say it on the air here. The way we do things, the way we talk, we live by example and to nurture them so as when we leave the stage of work and leadership, they will be the next group of people to take over.
Okay, so again, I want you to just go through those activities that'll be held that you've already planned. What are they? They're beginning tomorrow, and then we can close up.
Yeah, so on tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll have a representative from the Ministry of Gender, which will come to tell us the importance of International Men.